Should I do these? I can't see without them, but I don't know. I just feel like I look like a pirate. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Doria. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you can see all of my upcoming videos and my previous ones. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So I want to say like 2 months ago, one of my subscribers asked me to do more of like an in-depth hygiene routine. If you're not familiar with my hygiene routine, I will link it up here. But yeah, so I want to do like a little bit more of an in-depth one, and since I am a female, we are going to be doing a female hygiene routine. So it's gonna contain some aspects that relate to the female body. So if you are a guy and you want to stay, you can, but I don't know why you would want to. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the video. So first things first, you guys, what I use, especially what I use down there, I like to make sure that it's something that's sensitive, something that's safe, and something that's not going to upset my pH balance too much. So I typically will just use, if I don't use Dove, the sensitive kind, then I will use my Dr. Bronner's, and sometimes I even use them together. So this is a Dr. Bronner's that I have. It's just the lavender one. I know a lot of people use the peppermint, but I feel like that would just be too breezy, if you know what I mean. So I just decided to stick with the lavender, and it's not a really harsh smell, which is what I was nervous about. Let me take these off. So like I was saying, it doesn't have a super harsh smell. It's lighter than what I thought it would have, because lavender, I don't know if you smelled like essential oils, it has a really distinct and very strong smell. So I was a little leery about putting it down there before, but now it works perfectly. I really love this soap. I use it for a lot of different things. So I use it for my feminine hygiene. I use it also all over, but I also use it on my face sometimes, and I feel like it's really good at kind of stripping away some of those oils or whatever dirt's on your face. And then you obviously going back in and replenishing that moisture, but I feel like it just does a really good job of getting rid of those germs and that dirt, which is also why it's part of this feminine hygiene routine. So definitely get Dr. Bronner's if you can. It actually is kind of expensive. It's like $13. It's like $13 a bottle, but it's worth it. And I've had it for about this bottle I've had for about 3 months, and it's already right there. And like I said, I use it everywhere on my body, so it's lasted me a while. And you only need a little bit. Do not put a ton on your washcloth or on your hand or whatever you use. Do not put a whole bunch of this on there, and also dilute it. Just don't do that. Dilute it, use a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. Guys, my son watches Swamp People, so he'll like go through my Hulu and click different shows. So I have like a bunch of unwatched shows, and Swamp People is one of them. So it's just in the back. If you like Swamp People, leave a comment down below, but I don't typically watch it. Anyways, guys, so while we're still in that particular region of our body, I actually use these Boric Life pills. God, I mean like a typical YouTuber. Can you guys see it? Okay, so this is what I use. It is the Boric Life boric acid suppositories, and I typically use this. It says like 7 days at a time, but I will usually use this within that amount of time, and then after my menstrual cycle for the month, just to make sure that my pH is right on track, or back on track. I have noticed like through the years, if my pH balance is off, I could tell, and I think that this really does a good job of getting that back on track. So it also does a lot of other things. If you're experiencing BV, or like I said, your pH balance, it's really great at kind of balancing that. If you have any other kind of issues or any other kind of symptoms or infections, I would recommend going to see a doctor to get that checked out. But anything like BV or just pH in general, I would recommend this. And I'll link this down in the description box below. I'm not sponsored. You should sponsor me, Nutrablast. Yeah, I'll link it down below for you guys to check out. All right, guys, so next thing is going to be up on the upper body. So I typically will use this Arm & Hammer Essentials. Oh, it's doing it again. This Arm & Hammer Essentials deodorant, just because I feel like it's more like a natural deodorant. Well, it is. It says natural deodorant. But it's a natural deodorant, and I feel like it does really well with making sure that any kind of scents that should not be there are eliminated in the best way possible. And although like we're staying in the house and you know most of us really aren't doing anything right now, if I'm out and I'm working out, I feel like this does a good job of keeping me protected. Sometimes I will go in and double up with the Dove just to make sure like I'm good to go, but for the most part this does the trick. I would definitely recommend going for natural deodorants just because aluminum is in a lot of some of like the mainstream or just regular deodorants that we use. And it's not that I like, there's aluminum in the Dove deodorant that I use. I just use that a little more sparingly. I'm just trying to be cautious of what I'm putting in and on my body. So I think that this is the best option for me. So any kind of natural deodorants you use, I know people use Schmidt's, Arm & Hammer. I'm sure there are like a variety of other natural ones, but just make sure there's no aluminum in your deodorant. And guys, these are the two deodorants that I use. So this is the Dove, and these are like the travel sizes, but this is the Dove one, and this is just the regular kind of antiperspirant spray. And usually I will just kind of go in after I've already put my Arm & Hammer on with this sparingly, and then I will put this on if I'm out just to kind of refresh it. All right guys, so this isn't really like as important, but just to make sure that my feet are clean, just to make sure that they look like they're up to par, I will use this. And this is like, this has been in my shower, so it doesn't look the cleanest, but yeah, this is what I use, and I will be washing my hands after I touch this. This is what I use just to get any kind of dead skin off, or make sure that any kind of scratches or scars that I have from my tennis shoes or whatever shoes I'm wearing is completely gone, or just in the process of healing. So I will use this to make sure that my feet look good. Also, I totally forgot to mention, sometimes I will spray this in like my breast area because I feel like it keeps I don't want to say like odors or anything down, but I just feel like it keeps you as fresh as possible, if that makes sense. If you have odors, that's fine, but you know, just make sure that you're freshening up throughout the day whenever you can. But yeah, I will use this sometimes, especially when I'm out, like I said. But I will use this on my chest area. The last few products I'm going to talk about for like a little bit more in my in-depth, and I could go a little more in depth if you know what I mean, but that'll be a whole other video. The last few products I'm going to talk about is skin, and it's not going to be like any kind of facial thing, which you can use these products on your face, but I typically use this on my body and any parts that I might have stretch marks or any kind of darker spots that I want to kind of lighten up. So starting with this, I just use the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula, and it's a skin therapy oil, and as you can see I've used like quite a bit of it, and I will use this to just reduce the stretch marks that I have from having my son. If you haven't seen my drinking a gallon of water in a month video, I will also link that up here so you can check it out. This combined with the gallon of water that I was drinking on a daily basis, I feel like definitely helped fade some of my stretch marks. So definitely check this out. You can find this at like Walmart or Kroger or wherever you are. Yeah, it's like $9, maybe $10 a bottle. Also, don't think that it's like just gonna go away like in a week or so. It might work for you, especially if you have like newer stretch marks, but mine are older. So it's been like about a month or so, and I've seen that lightening process happen. Next thing is going to be this, which is my hyaluronic acid, and I just got it from Sephora, so I'll link that down below. I didn't just get it, but I got it from Sephora, and I'll link that down below. The lighting is really weird, like when I put something up close and then I bring it back. I don't know if it's just not like trying to adjust, especially with my ring light, but this stuff, I love it. I feel like it just adds a lot of moisture to my body, which is the whole purpose of it. And if you haven't seen in my skin video, I'm not trying to like promote I am trying to promote my other videos, but I'm not trying to promote my other videos. If you haven't seen my nighttime routine, I'll link it up here. And I use this on my face just to make sure that it stays as plump and as moisturized as possible. But especially with stretch marks, you want to make sure that when you're putting this on your body that you're adding the moisture back, because it'll kind of do the opposite of what it's supposed to do if it doesn't have that water aspect to it. So you need to have water whenever you're putting this on your body. Combined with this, I've noticed a huge change in my stretch marks, which I'm very, very happy about. So yeah, I would definitely recommend using the two of these together. And if you can't, just get regular cocoa butter and melt that on your own, or just smooth it into your skin on your own. But this is also like, I want to say like $10 a bottle at Sephora, and I'll link it down below. Definitely try these out if you're having any experience with stretch marks or dark marks, or just kind of wanting to even out your skin tone, I would definitely recommend these products. So I don't know, I'm thinking about making this kind of like a part 1, part 2 kind of thing, because it'll be a lot to kind of cover, especially if I'm going like really in depth. So I'm probably just gonna make this like a part 1, but that's part 1 of kind of like my daily process of what I do in the shower and out of the shower. I'll be uploading part 2 within the next few weeks, so be on the lookout for that. But if you guys have any other comments or suggestions that you want to put in the comment section down below for either me to try out or for somebody else to try out, definitely put that down. I think that's pretty much the end of this video, you guys. Yeah, I think it's pretty much the end of this video, but if you guys like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I did not forget. Also, be sure to hit that like button as well. And if you guys feel like sharing it, share it with some of your friends, some of your family if you think it might be of help. But I will see you guys soon. I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you guys stay clean and have a good week.